These are some home movies that Jimmy took himself. This is in Roy Schatz's apartment in New York City. Roy Schatz took a lot of photographs of Jimmy, and this is, from what I understand, this was kind of a little outside park type thing that Chad had. Here's another shot of it. That was a wall, from what I've been told, and water would come out of the lion's mouth and go down into a pond there. Now here's the little figurines that Jimmy assembled and made a little short movie with. Apparently he would move them and then take a shot and then move them and take another shot, and I don't know how many shots it took to do this, but it's a pretty interesting little skit that he did. And those are the little figurines that are in the Historical Museum now. This looks like a shot from an airplane. I would guess it was either going from New York to California or else from Indiana to California the last time he was home. This is at a road race. They set these tracks up at airports, and they'd use bales of straw and lay the track out. And I think on a little later there's some better coverage than what this one is. This one's awful light for some reason. There's an XK120 Jaguar coupe. This was shot on the set of Giant in Marfa, Texas. And there's Elizabeth Taylor. The first shot had George Stevens on the train. There's several pictures of Jimmy with the movie camera in his hand taking these shots here. There's Rock Hudson and Elizabeth Taylor. There's another shot of George Stevens. Of course, that's the conductor. There's Elizabeth Taylor and Rock Hudson. There's a cowboy on a horse. It's kind of interesting seeing the old buses and the movie equipment and so forth that they used then. I would imagine that that was probably taken on the Evans Ranch, where the facade for the house was built, for the house that was in Giant. You see a lot of cat on the background. There's some buses that you sure don't see anymore. A lot of equipment with a Warner Brothers logo on the side. This looks like a team of mules. Jimmy was always interested in animals, and He kind of shows it here by taking this much footage of animals. There's some of the Warner Brothers movie equipment and cameras, is taking some shots on the ranch. Here's better footage of the sports car races. You see the flare go up, that was the start of the race. Bales of straw were the boundaries for the racetrack. I think Jimmy probably took these pictures, so he's not in any of the cars in the races. This could have been taken at Santa Barbara. He went to Santa Barbara to the last race that he raced in and blew the engine on his car, and that could be the reason that he's taking these photos, because he's not able to drive. This also could be a race that a friend of his, Lou Bracker, drove in. I just don't know for sure which one it is. Well, this appears to be Jimmy's apartment. There's a poster on the wall, a bullfighter and a bull. And there's a figurine of Napoleon. Jimmy used to call him Nappy. That figurine's on display here at the Historical Museum. This is an interesting shot of someone behind a door. The door opens and it's, of course, a lady's face, but I don't know who it is. Here's another shot of the ranch during the making of Giant. Looks like they had a lot of Hereford cattle.